Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Sheikh Abdullah. Today, I will take you through the story of the people of the garden. The story is about children who inherited a garden containing different types of fruits and vegetation from their father. These people vowed, without saying, Inshallah, that is, if Allah wills, between themselves during the night, that they would pluck the fruit of the garden in the morning, so that the poor and the beggars would not know what they were doing. In this way they would be able to keep its fruit for themselves and not give any of it in charity. Therefore, Allah broke their vow by afflicting the garden with some heavenly destruction. So by the morning it became like the dark night, like the crop when it is harvested withered and dry. When it was early morning time, they called each other so that they could go together to pick the harvest or cut its fruits. So they departed, and they were whispering. They spoke privately about what they were doing so that no one could hear what they were saying. Then Allah, the all-knower of secrets and private discussions, explained what they were saying in private. He said, so they departed, and they were whispering, no poor person shall enter upon you into it today. Some of them said to others, do not allow any poor person to enter upon you in the garden today. Allah then said, and they went in the morning with hard, meaning, with strength and power. They thought they had power to do what they claimed and what they were desiring. When they arrived at it and came upon it, it was in the condition which Allah changed from that luster, brilliance and abundance of fruit, to being black, gloomy and void of any benefit. They believed that they had been mistaken in the path they took in walking to it. They said, we have walked down a path other than the one we were seeking to reach it. Then they changed their minds and realized with certainty that it was actually the correct path. Then they said, nay, this is it, but we have no portion and no share of harvest. The most just of them and the best of them said to them, did I not tell you, why don't you glorify Allah and thank Him for what He has given you and favored you with? They became obedient when it was of no benefit to them, and they were remorseful and confessed when it was not of any use. They started blaming each other for what they had resolved to do, preventing the poor people from receiving their right of the harvested fruit. Thus, their response to each other was only to confess their error and sin. They said, we have transgressed, trespassed, violated and exceeded the bounds until what this happened to us. We hope that our Lord will give us in exchange better than it. Truly, we hope in our Lord. Their father used to handle the garden in a good way. Whatever he reaped from it, he would put it back into the garden as it needed, and he would save some of it as food for his dependents for the year, and he would give away the excess in charity. Then, when he died, and his children inherited the garden, they said, verily, our father was foolish for giving some of this garden's harvest to the poor. If we prevent him from it, then we will have more. So when they made up their minds to do this, they were punished with what was contrary to the plan. Allah took away all of what they possessed of wealth, gain and charity. Nothing remained for them. Allah then says, such is the punishment of whoever opposes the command of Allah, is stingy with what Allah has given him and favored him with, withholds the right of the poor and needy, and responds to Allah's blessings upon him with ungratefulness, or disbelief. But truly, the punishment of the hereafter is greater if they but knew. This is the end of the story. See you next time. Bye for now.